So, you know what happens when you're in a hurry, right? Well, you either mess up, which I didn't, or you run into problems, or something breaks, or, you know, it's always something when you're in a hurry. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia, man. Hope y'all are having a great day. It's about 6 something here in the morning. I don't know. I left the house at 6:15, and now I'm out spending money, right? Buying gas. That's my 2-cycle. Got my 2-cycle and a Super S filled up. There. Now I got to pull up here and fill my truck up, man. My truck's thirsty. It's way down there. Let me turn that music off, man. They'd be trying to copyright. Man, the police out this morning. I done heard some somewhere down the road. But yeah, they'll be trying to stop me from making my 61 cents on my video. That's right, I want my 61 cents, man. Every penny counts, right? All right, let me get this thing, let me put y'all up here for a minute and kind of tell you what kind of day we got going on. It's been raining here. We couldn't get everything done yesterday, so we're gonna see what we can do today. I mean, that's all you can do. We're gonna start out. Let me get this thing going real quick. So we're gonna start out at the college. L Road 002 is already there. All we're gonna do is cut the big field up front, and then we're gonna shoot out and get all of our residentials, hopefully, and then go back and finish the college. And if we can't finish it, then we can do it tomorrow, or if we had to, we could do it Monday. I mean, we can do what we got to do there, but it looks kind of dark out, so I don't know. It's supposed to rain again today, so I mean, it is what it is. One thing about it, there ain't nothing you can do about that. We could have had everything done, but I had to go. You know, I mean, it's the nature of what I do. Nothing bad about this. Not complaining about this, but I've spent 2 full days this week at the hospital. You know, with people. One was with my wife. One was another family from the church, and then I got to take my wife back for a follow-up today. And so what happens where we live at, we got a little hospital, but we don't have a ton of specialists here. And so the hospitals people use for a lot of surgeries here are anywhere from 60 to 110 miles away. So, you know, you got between an hour, 2 hours of driving each way, getting in and out of these cities, you know, and then if you stay a few hours at the hospital, you know, your day's gone. So, and again, that's just the nature, you know, that's no complaint. That's just what I do. That's my, you know, that's what I do. So sometimes, most of the time, what I do for doing lawn care on the side works really well. Most of the time, because my schedule is flexible. But then there are those times where, you know, I get caught up in, I got these have-to situations. I don't guess have to, but if somebody's having a major surgery, I'm the kind of person I'm gonna go. So, you know, if at all possible. And so what happens is, you know, that's, you know, and it wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for the rain. So now we got the rain on top of that. When I've been gone, it's not raining. By the time I get back home in the afternoon, it's been raining, so I can't really get any work done. It's all been left up to Elro and and you know, 002 to try to get it done. So anyway, I got to go ahead and get some ice and get to the college, get down there and help them guys. On the road again. Who's that? Willie Nelson? Somebody like that? Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go down here and cut until, well, probably all of us, until about 7:45, which is gonna give us about an hour of cutting. And I only did that so we could leave early and get what we could done. You know, but I'm definitely gonna leave there by 7:45 because I want to be on my first residential at 8 o'clock. And you know, I got 3 to do, and I need to be back. I got to be back at the house by no later than 12:15, like in my wife's vehicle at 12:15, ready to pull out. So that's gonna be tight. That's gonna be tight. We got a 5-acre today too, which I know I'm not gonna take part in that. Elroy and them will just have to do it, you know. And they got 1, 2, 3. They probably got 3 or 4 like little yards, and then a 5-acre, and then come back to the college. Which, I mean, it shouldn't take them any time to run through their little properties, but again, that's if the rain holds off, and that's what we don't know. That's the variable right now. It's the variable, one of the variables that we deal with all the time. So and that's if nothing breaks. The way we've been going, something might be tore up by the end of the day. Actually, I got something that is breaking. It's in the process of failing. I got the parts in for it yesterday, so I'll share that with y'all either, I don't know, later in this video or another video or whatever. But yeah, they got the mowers off the trailer and going, looks like. Yeah, there's the Elroy right there, out there cutting in the dark, man. Golly, man, it's wet down here. Huh. Wet. All right, so yeah, there's Elroy out here getting it done, man. I don't know where. I would think 00. Oh, he's at the other end. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right. Hey, man, I'm gonna get off this thing. I gotta get out here and get to work, get as much as I can done. I'll check back with y'all at some point. All right. I'm about to leave the college. They finishing up a little area on the front. We got this whole front out here cut. You know, I don't know what that is. Probably 3.5, 4 acres, something like that. I don't know, it adds up, man. But anyway, and they're down cutting some on the other end now, but it's 7:47. I want to be at my first property at 8 o'clock. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to run down here and get this. Well, and I don't even know if I can get on this property because it sits kind of low, and down here they have been getting some rain, man. Probably shouldn't have came out this way. If I get run over, it'll be on YouTube. Barely missed that one. Beep beep. Anyway, let me get off this camera because it's wild out here. Everybody's trying to get to school and all that. And let me get over here and see what I got on this first property. I'll check back with y'all. Look at there, boy. There's that 5-acre we cut the other day. Trimmed up everything around them trees, man. For the most part, unless it had like thick growth like that. But yeah, they already got some new limbs down. Anyway, yeah, man, got it done. Man, I don't know, the rain, it's like bottom's gonna fall out any minute, dude. I don't think we're gonna get done today. You're being negative. Well, maybe so. But I ain't even looked at the weather this morning because it don't matter. You just go out till it rains, you know what I mean? Till it gets to where you can't cut. But yesterday it was showing thunder showers again in the afternoon, which is what we've been having just about all week. But it's been being sunny in the morning. Man, their sprinklers is running. They said, we ain't worried about this rain. We're gonna put the water to it, man. So yep. Anyway, we're gonna get over here and see what we got. I hope I can get on it and cut it. At least, I'm sure I can do the main yard. There's a little like side field out there though that I know it's got water standing on part of it. It's got to. So let me get up here and see what we got. Look like the homeowner's still home. He ain't left yet. So, all right, let me go check this out. Got the first one done. It is 9:27, probably about to be 9:28. More felt like it moved when I hit that bump. All right. Anyway, yep, camera's all over the place, man. Oh well, it is what it is, bro. Broette. Yeah, I'm about right on schedule. It'll take me probably 15 minutes to get to the other one. And hopefully, you know, I can knock it down in about 45, 55 minutes. Yeah, I'm cutting it close, man. Cutting it close. Because, see, the last property is a new one. And I've never been to it before. Never cut it before. It's not in bad shape. But it's just one of those, you know, you don't have a system down. That's one of them cases where you're very likely to start trimming and then you go and cut and you go, oh heck, I gotta trim that over there, you know, or I didn't trim this here, you know, and then you gotta go back and trim. And and then it's got a little overgrown area that needs to be cut that the last guy didn't cut. So I got to investigate that. I'm not sure. That's one of the issues they had. I guess they had, you know, asked the guy to do it. He just wouldn't do it. Just, you know, and it could have been. Again, I'm not. You know, there's always two sides to a story. For the price he gave them, that might not have been included. You know. Now, this is what I do. In fact, I got a customer I'm fixing to do this to. He's done started adding, you know, little areas that we never cut to begin with. I seen this father-son duo out the other day. There's dad back there cutting. Oh, there's two boys. Little boy trimming, man. He's got that handlebar grip on the trimmer going down that ditch. There's another young boy back there. I don't know. They must be homeschooled or something. That's their they homeschool, and that's their technical pathway, lawn care, I guess. That's one of their classes every day. Who knows? But I got a customer now, and you know, he's wanting extra stuff done on top of the price. You know, well, extra work done, but the price hadn't changed. And you know, he called me the other day and said, hey, you know, can y'all make sure y'all cut that little area out there by, you know, the old building and all that? And I said, so he sent me a text. So I called him and I said, look, man, you know, we've never cut that. See, when I took that property, well, he had bought the property, and it had some what I call wilderness areas in the property. Some areas that just had, you couldn't put a lawnmower in them. Well, he's cleaned some of those things up, but you know, when I quoted the property, I told him I would cut up to those areas. And now that he's cleaned them out, you know, he wants them cut. So I started cutting a couple of them, but I was like, you know, and so I don't like to have those conversations really on the phone. I'm more of a face-to-face person when it comes to that stuff. But because I want to be able to say, I want to be able to walk out in the yard and go, look, okay, we used to not cut that, we used to not cut that, and now you want us to cut this, which we have never cut, you know. So the price, I don't mind doing it, but the price has to go up. And so I say all that to say this, you know, maybe the person that was taking care of this lady's lawn, you know, he said, well, I ain't quoted that, I ain't gonna cut that. But you know, you got to communicate that with the customer. You can't just say, well, I ain't gonna do it. You gotta do one or two things. If they add on something small that's gonna take an extra 5 minutes, if you don't want to charge for it, you do it and you eat the cost, or you charge them. Now, I know some people will disagree with this, and that's okay. If it's a little 5-minute deal, I don't even change the price. Here's the problem. And here's the problem with me not doing that. It's a 5-minute thing, and then they get used to you doing that, and then they add another 5 or 7 minute task. And if you're not careful with that, you end up in a situation where 20 minutes of work has been added and you're not getting any more. Then what happens? You go to the customer and say, well, I'm fixing to have to move your price up $20. You know, and they say, well, why? I just asked you to do this extra 5-minute job. They'll forget about all those other things that have been added on over the course of 3 or 4 months, maybe, or from one season to the next even. So anyway, you know, and so I realize the way I do it, there is some risk there, but I usually let a customer kind of add on one, you know, maybe a couple of just small things, 5 to 7 minutes work total. And then if they go beyond that, then, you know, I just tell them, well, look, that's not included in the price. We'd be glad to do it. You know, it's going to be another $15 a week or whatever it is. And, you know, then they can decide either A, we want you to do it, we'll pay the $15. B, we don't want to pay $15, don't worry about it. Or C, we're gonna go get a price from somebody else, and, you know, and that's fine too. So, you know what happens when you're in a hurry, right? Well, you either mess up, which I didn't, or you run into problems, or something breaks, or, you know, it's always something when you're in a hurry. I got to this property and they took all the borders off the mulch beds. I had no idea. I'm not sure what they're going to do there. So, you know, that created some problems with edging. And then I got 3 phone calls while I was on the property, which I answered. One of them, because I got somebody up at the hospital. Which is, you know, it's not a problem, but that's just, when you're trying to get stuff done, that's just the way things work, right? So, anyway, rather than go get that other yard that I'm supposed to get, I'm fixing to run up here to the hospital. And, so I'm not going to be able to do the other yard. At least, I'm not going to be able to do it before I take my wife to the doctor. If it's not raining, you know, I can do it when I get back. But see, I was supposed to cut it yesterday, so I've already put the lady off a day. You know, but it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing you can do. And it has been raining. I mean, she said it was no problem, but you hate to go to a new property the first time. And this is not a big property. You know, you don't take that long to get it done, but you don't want to go to a new property the first, you know, the first time you go into a new property, you cancel 2 days in a row. Yeah, that don't look very good. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, when I get back this afternoon, I can go do it. I could have did it yesterday, but it was still misting. And again, you go in there the first time, you hate to go in there and make a mess, you know. which most people understand when it's wet, it you know, it doesn't tend to look as clean. But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles, see? So, and I would have enough time, because I would be at that property. If I'd have went out the other way, I would have got there right at 11, and I probably could have walked in the door of my house at 12:15. But I want to go check on this lady, and it's actually one of my lawn customers that's in the hospital, but she's a member of the church too. So anyway, all right, let me go up here and see what's going on, and then I'll probably go ahead and close out the video once I get back in the truck. All right, since I never did a closing to that video, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I'm going to cut. I've already taken my wife. So I went by the hospital, visited with a church member, went home, got my wife, took her to her doctor's appointment, and you know, we went Chick-fil-A, got some chicken, man. Yeah, buddy. And then come back home. So I was gone. That trip was a total of about 4.5 hours. You know, taking her, going to see the doctor, seeing the doctor, going to get something to eat, coming back home, all that kind of good stuff. So, man, I had to stop that a second. I had to sneeze bad, hard. Didn't want to sneeze all over y'all, man. So anyway, yeah, I'm going over here now to cut that last property. Thank the Lord, it's not raining. Elrow and 002 are still cutting, I guess. They may be on the way home. I don't know. The truck wasn't there. They aren't back, and they park at my house, so they hadn't brought the rig back and got their vehicle. So they should be real close to finishing if they're not, though, because I think well, it's probably only been 4 hours. Yeah, they might not be quite finished. You know, when you don't have but 2 people at that college, it takes some time. Even though we went and probably cut a quarter of it this morning, but they still had the other 3/4 to cut, and all the edging and all the weed eating, and just that alone would probably take 002 probably 3 hours to trim an edge. So and then the blow off, you know, you blow it off pretty good, you got another 45 minutes or so in that. So he had 4 hours. He'd have roughly 4 hours and nothing but that. And so yeah. And I'm not sure what time they called me. They were going to eat lunch when they called me, and then they were going to go to the college. So they probably didn't get there till 1. It's 4:30 now, yeah, so they're still there working. They're going to have a long day. But I didn't even mean to turn on this road, dude. Oh well. It still take me where I'm going. Sitting here running my mouth. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. When I get there, I'll show you the property. I don't think I'm recording anything on it. But I will show you at least a before and after. Alright. Y'all have seen, when I came and looked at this property, y'all seen it then. But I'm going to at least let you see it, you know. See what we got here. Right out here. And I don't know if I want to park on the road. I think I want to back my truck up in there, and then I'll just move it up, you know. So anyway, let me get off of here. And I forgot to get y'all after, but anyway, I got the yard done. Customer actually came home. She was very satisfied with it. So you know, thankful for that. You never know when they firing somebody and hiring you, how that's gonna turn out. So, which, I mean, I don't worry about it. I go in, I cut it, and if you ain't happy, you know, that's fine. We part ways and go our own way. We don't have to fight about it. So, you know, I mean, if they want something that's reasonable, you do it. But I mean, if you got a customer you just can't make happy, There ain't no need in fighting with that, bud. Anyway, I'm back home now. It is, let's see what time it is, man. There, 6:14. Elro and them got home. I'm not sure what time they got home. They went by and filled up the mowers. They ran out of gas, didn't have the gas can with them because we had taken the gas can off to put the tractor on the other day and it didn't get put back on. So I don't know, he sent me a message at 6 o'clock. He ain't home. I mean, I think they must have got here about 6. Anyway, it's fixing to it's starting to try to rain now, so I'm gonna get off this thing and get in the house before I get wet. I appreciate y'all taking time to watch. My prayer for you is always the same. The Lord might richly bless you, that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Hope you have a great day.